Can you see that little piece of pipe right there? Well, we have lived here for 2.5 years, and I never could figure out what that piece of pipe was for. It goes right in the living room and just stops. I found out the other day, and I was shocked and amazed as what it was for, and even more shocked and amazed because we've been using wood stoves and fireplaces for a good 15 years now, and I never knew these things existed. All right, I'll show you what it is. Hey everybody, welcome back to Grumpy Acres. I hope the day finds you safe and warm. It's a beautiful winter day out here. I got a couple of dogs wrestling in the snow. They're loving it. But, so I felt like a complete newbie when I found out what that pipe was for. Before we talk about it though, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We do videos like this on homesteading and prepping, and we'd really like you to come join us on our journey towards a life done free. Okay, now let's talk about what that piece of pipe is for. So, well, first let's talk about how I figured out what it was. YouTube. I was flipping through YouTube shorts and a short came up, and it was a guy talking about putting a cold air intake into his new tiny house build. And it was like a light bulb went off. I will find the video. It's just a short, seriously. It's only like 45 seconds long. I will find it. I will drop it in at the end of this video so you can go watch the video and see how the guy did his. But we've already got one existing in here, and I didn't even know it. We had a wood stove at the old house, and we had a fireplace at the house before that. And I never even heard about cold air intakes to make the stoves and fireplaces burn more efficiently. And that's what it does. It provides cold air into the stove so that it will burn efficiently. And you ask yourself, well, why do you want to pull cold air from the outside into the house during the wintertime when it's negative 10 degrees? Great question. Here's the deal. Whenever you've got your fireplace going or you've got your stove going, it is drawing air into the back of the stove or up through the flue in the fireplace. And if you do not have an air intake, what that does is it draws air through every single leaky window and every single leaky door, and where pipes come into the house and where electrical sockets are, it's going to draw it from wherever the air can come in. So by putting a cold air intake, what you're doing is you're making it so it's pulling it directly into the stove or the fireplace. Now on the back of our stove, there's a big 6-inch hole that goes into the bottom of the stove and that vents up through the stove, and there's a couple of dampers on the front of it that will open and close the damper on the back of the stove. And so what that was, I always thought that they had a pellet stove and they were using it for an air intake for those, because I do know with pellet stoves you have to have some sort of air intake or they won't burn. But I didn't know on a regular stove that you had to have one on it, and it never occurred to me. And talking with my father-in-law, he's the one that gave us the stove at the old house when he moved, and that was a super efficient stove, so that it really it pulled air, but it didn't do it quite the same. And this stove isn't as high efficiency as that one. So it makes perfect sense now that I understand the concept of it all. All right, so let's pop inside real quick. I'll show you what the inside looks like. Then we'll come out and we'll look at the outside, and then we'll figure out what to do. All right, so there's where it comes into the house, and it was literally covered up by duct tape. So we took it off, and it's been drawing air, and it's going around the back of the stove, and it hasn't been really efficient. Here's what the intake looks like on the outside of the house. So I guess the first thing we need to do is take a trek out to the storage area and see what kind of 3-inch flue we have out there, and see if we got what it takes to get it into the back of the stove. This is the first really sunny day we've had in about 2 weeks. Kind of grooving on it. Dogs are having fun. We got Manny here going on a trip with me. We got to go all the way down to the edge of the property. Here's what the former bamboo forest looks like now in the wintertime. Well, we got bunny tracks. There's been quite a bit of bunny activity. So this is the storage area. This is where I stacked all the barrels and everything. I got a bunch of pipe, got some drainage stuff there, but this is what we're looking for. In fact, this right here is exactly what I need. Look at that 90-degree bend, 3-inch pipe. I'll be able to cut that off and run it right into the back of the stove. You know, the temp out here right now is only about 5 degrees, but with the sun shining and the wind not blowing, it feels much nicer than it's felt in quite a few days around here. It's been a rough winter this year. All right, so we got the first cut measured. Now let's go ahead and cut it off, and then we can do the second. Here we've got those pipes I just cut installed, and I've got to get some flue tape and put it on there. And I just cut a 36-inch piece there, and then another 8-inch piece that goes directly into the back of the stove. Now, it was drawing air before, but now it's doing it much more efficiently, and let me show you. So, here are the dampers I was talking about. We've got them in the closed position. Angela just threw a brand new piece of wood on the stove. Now watch this. This did not happen before. See how, oh, look at that. Look how much harder it's burning now. As you can see, putting that duct directly into the back of the stove makes it burn much more efficiently. And I wish I would have known this two winters ago, because it would have made a heck of a lot of difference on how cold that house got. Well, that's about it for today's little activity at Grumpy Acres. I hope you guys found it informative and entertaining. Again, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to come join us. Look for more videos. Hit that notification bell. Give a thumbs up if you liked it. Most importantly, comment. I want to hear your guys' experience with this, or anything, any ideas you have to, how to make your stoves burn more efficiently and heat the house up better. All right? Till next time, stay warm and go live a life done free. Thanks, Milo.